Recent completion of the Bond 2018 project in the choir, piano, orchestra, and band spaces is a story of transition and flexibility to change, unique context capturing the essence of each program and what these resources amount to. After choir initially relocated to the outdoor portables last spring and later to the lecture hall, disruptions from construction were already integrated into their daily rhythm.
The physical part of it was really having an effect on the artistic, conviction they had. In the fall, our kids didn't sing loud. They felt, they were singing to the room that they were in, and that environment really kind of challenged them in terms of how to get a bigger voice.
At the time of filming, choir students were still in the last stages of unpacking sheet music into their library. Group activities such as this help amplify the in-between interactions, speaking to the holistic choir experience.
I think it just builds more community, we're all doing it together.
Sharing thoughts on the nature of music making itself, Mr. Clark pondered on different expressions of collaboration, particularly in a scholastic environment for students amongst their peers.
If I were to give them the idea that's my passionate idea, it doesn't stick. But when they have the idea of something that they want to go toward, it always sticks because it's something they have buy-in. They understand their why.
In the portables where piano classes were formerly held, separation from the other music programs proved a constant obstacle. As the last group to settle in, their room is coincidentally the first classroom they have had inside the building since their program was offered.
It's really nice as a teacher to feel more a part of the teaching community,
But beyond that, I love that we're so central, because I think some students never really knew that we had this program.
Piano is different in that all of the students in the advanced classes are at different levels, but it's also a good opportunity to learn from others who might be at a higher level than you.
Although independent study is the basis of piano class, cultivating a different notion of community where group interaction is less inherent requires a more conscious awareness of student needs.
I just try to engage everybody as much as possible, but meet them wherever they want. So if they want the time to just focus on their own and have that individual time, I want to support that.
Whether in the form of performances or outreach events, access to such opportunities are key in empowering students to sustain program involvement.
Last year I was piano ambassador, and so I set up a stall, and a lot of people would be interested in it because most schools don't have one. But because it was in the portables, they were how will anyone ever know about it?
With the new space, piano students look forward to better sharing their craft. Framed around shared goals, what's embedded into orchestra class day in and day out becomes the framework for excellence. Because community is the backbone of ensemble playing, this idea is every bit contingent on the individual as it is the collective.
I've always maintained that every orchestra member, if they feel valued and they feel like they're contributing, they take pride in the orchestra. That pride spreads, whether it is conscious or not. They'll mention it to their friends, they'll mention it to their family members, and word spreads about the program.
Having spent a full year in the lecture hall before transitioning into their new room, the biggest hit to group focus was the fatigue students experienced whilst playing in a significantly smaller space, one built neither for music nor the needs of a growing program.
Even though this arts program is huge, we are still one part of a very large whole that we want to expose more people to, because the way that the arts are seen at Westwood especially, they're not seen as, something to be focused on unless you have already put the time and dedication.
Tethered to the permeability of tradition as opposed to stasis, orchestra students themselves are the continuity from location to location, evolving in order to welcome the new. As is the case of a group whose ambitions are set as high as the expectations to attain them, pursuing growth on a musical and personal front is a sustainable endeavor in band, the culture of the program built on supporting each other.
We're kind of instilled with the tradition of excellence and how we're supposed to be the best we can be. The whole point, it's Pride, Passion, Family, that passion is just being the best you can be every rep so you can be better for the whole program.
While the temporary band hall and the Warrior Dance Studio was physically spacious, students still made sure to purposefully and respectfully use what was lent to them. Linking all of these programs together is a commitment to maximizing resources, the most meaningful expression of support by engaging different community members to participate in transparent advocacy for music education.
Our teachers are very aware of it. It's just how funding works and how to speak to it in a way that's not just, we need more money. That's not really what you really don't need more money. You need more purposeful placement of that money.
Mr. Clark summed it up the best.
our students will strive to be the best that they can be, but they never do it alone. They're always doing it with a group of people around them and bringing those others along. They're going to work hard and they're going to celebrate the success for everybody around them.